Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the dispenser auger motor in a Frigidaire refrigerator. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a square bead number 2 screwdriver, a 1/4-inch nut driver, a pair of side cutters, a penetrating oil, some kind of a chisel, and a plastic mallet. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new dispenser auger motor. The dispenser auger motor is located in the ice maker compartment behind the ice bin. The auger motor, when energized, rotates the auger, pushing the ice cubes out of the bin. The main reason to replace the dispenser auger motor is if it's broken and won't dispense the ice. To get to the part, we need to open both French doors. Now we need to pull out the ice container. Next, I'm going to remove this front cover. We need to take a couple of screws out. One is right here, one is at the bottom. So I'm using that number 2 square bead screwdriver, and I'm going to take those screws out. Alright, now I'm going to remove the cover and pull out the bottom and slide it down. Next, we're going to take out the single 1/4-inch screw here. I'm using a 1/4-inch nut driver. I'm going to drop down the housing. Next, I'm going to disconnect these 2 plugs. I'm going to press down on the locking tab here. Pull the part in the second one. We got right here. And now we can slide the ice maker. Just grab it underneath here and slide it forward. So when we drop down the ice maker, we'll have 2 zip ties that hold that harness. One in the middle right there and one at the back over there. So use the side cutters to clip them off. We're going to lift up the harness and slide out the ice maker. Now we need to remove the ice maker container, the outer shell, the housing, and I'm using a 1/4-inch nut driver. We've got 1, 2, and 3 screws here. Now I'm gonna slide the housing out. And we need to put these plugs through the opening. And now we can remove the housing. To remove the auger drive bar, I'm gonna spray some degreaser on the shaft. So I'm gonna help it to get loosen up a little bit. To unscrew it, we need to turn it clockwise. I'm gonna use this little chisel. You can use anything you want. You can use a screwdriver or just metal bar, and that plastic mallet. Break it loose and unscrew it. Next, we need to remove this housing assembly. It's held in place by 1, 2, and 3 1/4-inch screws. So using a 1/4-inch nut driver, we're gonna take out the screws. And now we can remove this housing. Don't let it drop all the way because we need to unplug that harness first at the back. Right there. Alright, so locking tabs on the sides. We're going to squeeze them and pull the plug out. Alright, so I'm going to bring it to the table, and this is the auger motor that we need to replace. and turn it over. And now I'm going to use the 1/4-inch nut driver, and we're going to take out 1, 2, and if you peel this off, 3 screws, the whole 1/4-inch. So we're going to start with this one. And I'm going to turn it over. Here's our motor. Next, I'm going to remove this connectors from the terminals. And now we need to take off this single screw. So we're using a 1/4-inch nut driver. And it's going to be our ground wire. I'll just keep it in there if it doesn't want to come out. This is the old dispenser auger motor next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. We're going to start the installation of this new auger motor with the attaching that ground wire to this opening right there. So I'm going to use the 1/4-inch screw, put it in, and I'm going to attach it there. Use the 1/4-inch nut driver. Alright. Next I'm going to attach these 2 wires to these terminals. It doesn't matter which one goes where. I'm going to place it on. And then I'm going to install the shaft into this opening. Harness should be out of the way. So I'm going to hold this auger motor from the back. I'm going to start installing the screws. We got 3 1/4-inch screws and a nut driver. And I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to peel this strip off, and I'm going to place this 3rd screw. I'm going to put that strip back on. And we're going to install it into the fridge. Right, so we're going to bring the whole assembly in, and we're going to plug it first before installing and make sure it's locked. And we're going to slide it on. Don't force it. Find the right spot, and it's going to go in. Okay, so we're going to match the holes. I'm going to start with this one. We're going to make it a pilot hole. Then we'll get 3 1/4-inch screws, and we're going to put it in. I'm using a nut driver. Alright. To install the auger drive bar, I'm going to place it onto the shaft and turn it counterclockwise. Then we can tighten it by placing the chisel in and yank it counterclockwise. And now we can install the ice maker outer housing. I'm going to feed this harness inside, and I'm going to keep this one outside. Bring it close, and I'm going to place these 2 plugs into this cutout here. Lift it up and push it in as far as it goes. Now I'm going to secure it with the screws. Remember, 3 screws, 2 on the top, 1 on the side. install this one out of the 3 screws here on the side first using a 1/4-inch nut driver. Now we're going to reinstall the ice maker. We need to place the harness into the groove at the back, right in there in the corner, and then put it under this tab here in the middle. Alright, so we're going to lift up the ice maker and pull on the harness, so don't let it go back. And we're going to lift it up. And slide it back to lock at 4 pins. Alright, now I'm going to connect these plugs. Make sure they locked. Now I'm going to place the cover box back. We need to slide these 2 tabs into these places right above the ice maker. I'm going to place the harness inside, and I'm going to angle it, put it in, and slide it back. Next thing would be to secure it with the single 1/4-inch screw. I'm using the 1/4-inch nut driver for that purpose. Alright, so I'm going to install this front cover. We have this tab at the back right there, and it's going to lock over this tab. So what we do is bring it here like that and slide it up. And we're going to secure this front cover with 2 screws. I'm using that number 2 square bead screwdriver. And now again, sliding in the ice container. And now when we're done, we can close the door. Plug the fridge back in and make sure it's cooling. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.